good it was when you...
Subject, it's not always easy. Good morning, Steve, Shirley, and nephew Tommy. I'm writing about my ex-girlfriend. We were together for 4.5 years. Of that time, we got engaged for 1 year. We had our ups and downs, but always found love at the end of the day. That's why when we broke up, I was really hurt. It felt like I lost a part of myself when we parted. After the breakup, I focused on my career and became successful. Life is a little different for me now, but I still think of her. After about 2 years, she called me and we talked on the phone for about an hour. She told me that she had just had a baby and she's going to school but not working at this time. Last week, she came to my home. We sat and talked. We really had a nice time. Then she started to cry, saying that she missed me. Honestly, I missed her too. I don't know what to do with this because I still have feelings for this lady, and she says that she loves me and I was her first love. But I can't ignore that she has a baby and a boyfriend. I've been dating off and on too, but I don't have a girlfriend. She says that she wants to be with me, but wow, I don't know. Brother have feelings too. You know what? I don't know. This just doesn't sound right to me. I just tell you, she sounds like bad news to me. She broke off your engagement, got pregnant with another guy. She's going to school. She's not working at the time. Okay, that's part of her story. Now, here's your story. You're successful. You're focused on your career now. You have a home. And you're a man that's not afraid to express his feelings. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't like that? Especially if you go away and see what's out there. In other words, I think you're a good man. You're a good catch. You still have feelings for this woman. So I think, when she starts coming around and stuff, you need to be careful because first, she already has a man who obviously isn't doing what he's supposed to be doing by her. So that's probably why she's back there trying to get back with you and talking to you and stuff. So I say, it's okay to have feelings for her. You obviously love this woman, but getting back with her, I wouldn't recommend that at this point, especially if she has a man and she's pregnant. Steve?
Shirley.
What?
For someone who has been in love before.
Yeah, I have.
Sometimes, Shirley, you can be so callous about it.
Oh, really?
Yes. I don't agree with a couple of things you said. Now, at the end, you were absolutely correct. At the end, you said something correct, but you veered off on me again. So here's my take on the thing.
We can disagree.
First of all, I don't see where it says that she broke off the engagement. All it says was that we got engaged for 1 year. We had our ups and downs, but always found love at the end of the day. That's why when we broke up, I was really hurt. Well, bruh doesn't say why they broke up.
No.
So I'm curious as to what brought about the initial breakup. And see, bruh, because you did not mention... See, when a guy writes heartfelt letters like this, he tells you why he feels a certain way. There's no information in here about why they broke up. I'm going to assume he did something, because that's what's missing from the letter. If she had done something, like he claimed she'd have went out and got a boyfriend and a baby, he'd have told us. Because that's how we talk as men. Men don't do it like this right here. Women write letters like this, but not men. That's how I know the piece of information that's missing would be detrimental to his story right now. It would take away the sympathy aspect. So I'm assuming, dog, you did something. Whatever, water over the dam, you broke up. Here's the part. You admitted I was really hurt. I felt like I had lost a part of myself when we parted. I understand. See, a lot of times people try to move on with their life, but like you said in your letter, I still think of her. You went out, become successful, you got your career in order, everything, young soldier. But guess what? At the end of the day, you still think about her. So after about 2 years ago, she picks up the phone and she calls you. Y'all talking for about an hour. Man, I feel you. Man, dog, I feel you, man. And you're sitting there and you're glad to hear from her and your heart is beating, you don't know how it go. All you know is, you feeling her. She told me that she had just had a baby And she was going to school but not working at this time. Last week she came there home, she sat and talked. See, in the reality, y'all, everybody make mistakes, men and women. Young people make mistakes. Y'all break up, y'all probably could have just worked through it. Because now that y'all done went off y'all separate ways, you done became fairly successful. She done had a baby and going to school but ain't working. Now y'all both kind of look around, you with no girlfriend, and her obviously with the wrong boyfriend. Is now sitting here going, wow, what I had though was good. So I can understand the girl picking up the phone calling you. Because you're probably a good dude, man. She ain't a bad girl because she done went off and had a baby. That don't make her a bad girl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. That rebound thing is hard on women sometimes. So she had a baby, got all that. What you really want to know, though, is I can't ignore the fact that she has a baby and a boyfriend. Well, hell, she can't ignore that fact either, dog. So when we come back, I'm going to tell you what I'd do if I was you. You can do it any way you want to. You can follow Shirley's advice. You can get with your mom and them. They can tell you something. I'm going to just give you mine when we come back.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You know, this letter is entitled, It's Not Always Easy.
Right.
Well, the brother's absolutely correct. See, the reason I'm talking like this is because I can relate to this cat's letter, man. See, this is a dude, man, that knew this girl, and they was together 4.5 years. They got engaged for 1 year, had their ups and downs, but they broke up. And the man says, you know, I was really hurt. It felt like I had lost a part of myself when we parted. Okay, cool. That's kind of where you want a man to be. You know.
And you said he did something to cause the breakup.
And I'm thinking that he did something because, see, he told everything else in the letter but except the reason for the breakup. Because if he told you the reason for the breakup, then there would be no sympathy in the rest of his letter. Because the moment you tell a woman I cheated on her and she found out, then all the rest of the women hate your ass.
Oh, yeah.
And so there ain't no need of you talking. You got what you got coming.
Instant hate.
Crawl back. She ought to have went off and got a baby. So I don't know that that's what happened. But if I were him, I would have left that out the letter, too, is basically what I'm saying. So now he's hurt. They've been apart for 2 years. And after 2 years, she called. They talked on the phone for about an hour. Told me she just had a baby and she's going to school but ain't working at the time. You know, that's a little start. That was some startling news for him. You know, the fact that, you know, she had a baby, that kind of threw him. Last week she came to his house and they sat and talked. They had a really nice time. Then she started to cry saying that she missed me. And honestly, I missed her too. Okay, there's two people that have made a mistake, split up. Whatever the mistake was caused by was a mistake. But now they done found each other.
Okay.
Shirley don't think it's a good idea for them to get together because she done discovered she's in a bad relationship and she done had this baby and she just wants you back because now she got this baby, really wrong guy. That's really not your problem. Well, it is your problem because it's a concern, because the boyfriend and the baby is a concern.
I want him to be careful.
He says, I don't know what to do with this because I still have feelings for this lady. Well, guess what? Them feelings probably ain't going to go nowhere. You're going to have to address that. They are not going to go anywhere. You're going to have to address it. What's going to make it easy for you to address is that you've been dating, but you ain't got no girlfriend. So you sitting over there looking at the one you had with opportunity to get her back. Here's the problem, though. You can't ignore the fact that she has a baby and a boyfriend. Well, let's break that down a little bit, young soldier. What's the real holdup? See, what you can't hold against a woman is the fact that she done went off and had a baby. You can't hold that against her, because that can happen to women. You've been doing some things that could have produced a baby, but you ain't able to have one. So, she had a baby. That the end of the world? No. Your stickler for you is the boyfriend. This is really the only stickler. The only sticking point for you is the boyfriend. Because you don't know what you got to do to make it happen. That's the drama that a man has. And that's the part that every woman has to get to. Every woman can say, hey, look, if you want me, you can have me. But see, every man knows that in having you, it comes with something. Because you can't just come take another man's girl. That ain't how this works.
Right.
You can't just walk in and take a dude's girl. So when you're talking to a man about if you want me, you could have me, but you in a situation, hard for you to get Mr. Right when you in a wrong situation. So the real peril is, young brother don't know what he gonna have to do to win her heart, to come take her out. Now guess what? Even when you take her, you are forever attached to the baby daddy.
Right.
So now here come the drama. And he don't know what it's going to cost. And you have to understand and be sympathetic to a man who is trying to work it out in his mind as to how much he wants to pay to make this whole thing happen.
And,
well, sure.
Well, isn't he concerned as well about why she's coming back all of a sudden, other than, you know?
He already knows.
Because
it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. She in a bad situation. You understand? But why is he even entertaining it?
I mean, I know he has feelings for her.
No. See, Shirley, homeboy in a bad place right now. Because guess what? He still think about her. He's still missing. The one real thing he had, he done messed it up. So see, homeboy in a bad place too. See, women don't think men can get in a bad place. He in a bad place too. She in a bad place. It's just her bad place got a baby attached to it and a man attached to it. But see, you don't know. Everybody come with luggage. See, let's get up off ladies for a minute. Everything come with luggage. This here dude got some luggage too. It just ain't in the ladder.
Okay.
He got to do some house cleaning to just pull in with this girl. Because if she moved in today, guess what? It's been some people calling this house. It's some people got his email and his cell phone. They texting. So, you know, he got some house cleaning to do.
Got work to do, huh?
I'm just telling you. Young soldier, if I was you, if it's worth it, go for it. If you can get her back, but just know it's going to come with something now.
Okay, Steve, today's letter is posted on SteveHarvey.com.
Cause that's how it goes. There's always some heartaches in this world, I suppose. But you can't imagine